What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 18 of the Trailblazer League series. In the last one, I finished off 200 mil thieving, and I also started doing some fishing where I stopped at 100 million XP. I'm just going to continue with this. I'm trying my best to consistently 3-tick it, but it does get pretty old pretty fast, so I'd say I'll probably be able to do like 80% 3-ticking and the rest AFK. Which will average out to maybe like 3 million XP per hour. So going through all this, I'm hoping to have it done in 2 days, and I'm still doing all of my birdhouse runs, so my farming XP and my hunter XP are going to be going up slowly with it. 150 mil fishing. I've been trying my best to continue with the 3-ticking here, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting pretty lazy with it. My XP rates have dropped to 2.6 mil an hour, which is basically the rates I get if I do 3-tick fishing half of the time. So instead of taking 14 more hours if I 3-tick this entire thing, it'll probably be like 19 to 20 more hours until I hit 200 mil. It's pretty funny how the start of this video is gonna work out for you guys. You're gonna see me get 100 million fishing XP in like the first minute of the video. 25 million agility, 9 million fishing XP left to go, and I'm also going to have to go and buy some more feathers. I'm pretty surprised at how close I got though. I just went and bought a bunch of feathers without doing any math, and it turns out it was almost the exact amount I needed. Alright guys, here it is, the 10th 200 mil on the account, 200 mil fishing. So going through everything else here, I ended up with a little bit over the 25 million agility XP that I got earlier. Also farming and hunter, I'm almost at 22 million farming XP. I still haven't done my run for today. That'll probably get me about another million XP. So I should get the 25 million farming XP sometime within the next few days as well. But now is going to be my favorite part of this whole thing, and that is checking how many times I made teak stocks when I messed up 3-ticking. Okay, the moment of truth here. Let's see how many teak stocks I made. I guess it's not too bad. I wasn't really paying much attention when doing this, so I did it pretty frequently. The funny part about this is I think making the teak stocks on accident got me like 200,000 fletching XP. I've had a lot of time to think about what I want to do next. I want to go and test how good smoke devils are going to be with the trident. First step in all of this was finding an empty world. I was really worried there'd be a ton of people here still, but I found an empty world on the second try, so hopefully it stays like that. I'm going to be using steel knives to lure them. I'm also going to be trying to alch while doing this. I don't know how much it'll add to my XP per hour, but I'm going to alch between each hit when I already have them lured. And finally, when I run out of prayer points, I'm just going to be teleporting to my house and using the Crystal of Memories to teleport back. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Like I said, this is going to be a huge part of my account. Like, this honestly has to be good, or I'm going to have to rework how I'm doing mage. I'm going to have to rework how I'm getting all of my XP that I'm losing from not being able to do Slayer. If you guys do end up enjoying the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It does really help me out a ton. So I'll see you guys back in an hour with the XP rates. Alright, I ended up doing a 20-minute test. I didn't go the full hour. This is the amount of XP I gained over here on the side. I did a bunch of math with this. This Slayer XP right here is without getting any superiors. I'm doing 170 kills per hour. With the unnatural selection relic I have, I'll be getting on average 7 superiors per hour, which would make this method about 900k Slayer XP per hour and around 1.7 mil mage, which are pretty close to the rates that I wanted to get here. Okay, it's gonna be a random jump, but I went back and tested another half an hour, and I got pretty much the same amount of kills per hour, but I averaged 1.9 million mage XP, so a little bit more. The Slayer XP was the same. So I'm still not entirely sure if I'm gonna come back to doing this in the future, and the reason I wanted to test this right now was because my plans for getting a lot of the runes I need from mage is gonna be through doing rune crafting. I want to do maybe like 50 to 100 mil rune crafting XP, and also when I do my mining and smithing, I'd get all those steel plate bodies that I'd use to alch. So in the future, when I have all of the runes I need and all of the steel plate bodies I need, I'll go back and revisit this again. Also, I mentioned going and imbuing my Slayer helm. I went and tried to do that, and I forgot that they disabled Nightmare Zone during Trailblazer, so that's not going to be something that I can do. So now with that test out of the way, I'm going to move on to doing the next thing, which is going to be mining and smithing. And I'm going to start this off by getting all of the gold bars that I need. For just my rubies and my diamonds for now, I'm not going to be dealing with the sapphires and emeralds, which is 3,400 gold bars. If you guys remember from the last video, I mentioned that it would be cool if the smithing cape perk worked with mining these with the infernal pickaxe, and Jagex has updated that now, so I'm expecting rates of like 1.2 million mining and 1.2 million smithing. Also, what makes this really nice is I can go through every single one of these rocks, and by the time I get to the end, the first one respawns. I don't even have to hop worlds doing this. It's incredibly AFK to do. A little over 3 hours later, I have all the gold bars I need. These are the XP rates I was getting. smithing. Sadly, they made a mistake with the smithing cape. They made it work with Infernal. The only problem is it doesn't work with Harvest, so it's only getting full XP for one of the bars I mined instead of both of them. So I got a lot less smithing XP per hour than I should have. It's only like 900k XP I missed out on though, since I'm only doing this for 3 hours. Now that I have the 3,400 gold bars, I'm going to go through and make all of my diamonds and rubies into bracelets. Should get me about 4 million more crafting XP. 4.6 million more crafting XP, putting my total up to almost 34 million. So all of these diamonds and ruby bracelets together, when I alch them, will be about 6 million GP, and I'm going to be alching those while I'm training mage at the MM2 monkeys. So I've done a lot of math when it comes to mining and smithing. I need to take into account the XP that I'm going to get from mining all of the day alt for rune crafting, and also the XP I get from mining rune to make the rune 2 hands I need for the future GP. Once again, power mining iron will bank me steel bars because of the Infernal Gathering relic that I have. So the overall amount of XP I'm going to stay here for is going to be until I hit 133 million mining XP, which is enough after making the steel plate bodies for about 185 million smithing XP as well. And then after that, once I eventually finish rune crafting and make GP, I'll just come back here to do whatever XP I have left for 200 mil. I'm currently sitting at almost 25 million mining XP, so I need another 108 mil. I really can't remember the amount of XP per hour I was getting last time I did this. It was like the first week of leagues or something. So I'm going to test an hour of this like I do with everything to get an idea of how long this is going to take. Another really quick update here. It's only been like 200,000 XP, but I did just hit 25 million mining XP. Okay, first of all here, I wanted to say that when I was originally doing this, you guys saw me going back and forth between these rocks pretty quickly. Now I'm just mining them normally. I'm just going around in the circle. So the first thing I wanted to say here is this is a lot more XP per hour than I remember it being. I was expecting to come here and get like 2.2 million mining XP per hour, and it ended up being almost 2.8 million XP per hour. I'm going to assume this is because of the mining cape and also because of the Varrock armor. This is a 10% chance, and this is a 5% chance. These two combined give me a 15% chance at mining 2 ores at once, and since I mine these so fast, a 15% chance is pretty high. So with mining and smithing both combined, I'm getting over 4.1 million XP per hour here, which is freaking crazy. I went into this, like I said, expecting like 3.2 to 3.3, but with that hour test out of the way, I have an idea of how long this is going to take now, so there's nothing really much else to do except for sit here and grind this out. I'm just sitting here lounged back in my chair. I have like 3 fans on in my room, and my recording software wasn't even up, and I got 25 million smithing XP, so I was not ready for that to happen. I completely forgot I was going to be getting it soon. I still gone pretty good though, up to 43.5 million mining XP. This update's not too soon after the last one, but 50 million mining XP. There's something I want to talk about here. I have these unidentified minerals. You guys have seen me use these before. I use those to get the mining gloves. The thing is, with these, I can also buy the superior mining gloves, and these are going to work with rune when I mine them in the future, so I need to buy those. And with all the rest of the minerals that I end up getting from mining here, I'm going to be buying gem bags, and these cost 20 each, and I believe they give 40 gems per bag. So over time, I'm going to be getting a ton of extra gems just from doing mining here. This is going to be a really random update, but I figured I'd show it to you guys anyway. So now that I'm 200 mile fishing, I need something new to do while I'm eating and editing videos. I'm going to be woodcutting maples while I'm eating, and when I eventually have to go and edit the video, I'm just going to sit at the bank and cut all of them into arrow shafts. Doing this is going to be good since I'm going to have to sit at these trees for like 25 hours eventually anyway, so doing it over time, little by little every day will add up. I figured this would be a cool little place to do an update. I'm up to 81 million mining XP. Finally, the big thing that I wanted to show you guys here is I just hit 100,000 steel bars. I'll be able to make 20,000 plate bodies with these, and it's going to alch for about 24 mil. So that's already where I'm at, and I'm still nowhere near the 133 mil I'm going for. So once I hit that, I'll have a ton of steel bars. 100 million mining XP, about 13 hours left to go until 133 mil. Alright, there's the 133 million mining XP that I told you guys I'd be getting here. So I ended up going and doing a little bit more math to make sure everything was right, and I was pretty far off on the amount of GP that I needed, mainly because I miscalculated the amount of GP per XP that broad arrows give. So I need to actually do about 145 million mining XP here instead of 133 mil. I'm hoping the math I did this time is correct. I went through it like 5 times. The rest of the mining XP I'll get eventually is going to be from mining day alt and also for mining rune. Almost 60 hours let me go and clear my public chat really quick. Almost 60 hours later, there's 145 million mining XP. Also 1,876 total. I'm going to go ahead and buy all of the gems with these now. So it's 20 each to buy each of these packs, and as you can see, they stack up in my inventory. I can also just spam click them on the bottom down here. I've barely gone through any of these, and I already have a ton of gems. So in my bank right now are the total amount of gems that I got just from mining the rocks, and my inventory is the ones that I got from all of the materials. So throw these in my bank now, and I have a bunch more gems I need to go through and cut. And I told you guys I'd be going through and cutting my maple logs while I was editing, but I'm just going to be cutting the gems while I do that. Also, an update on the maple logs. I have 2,400 of these just from AFKing them. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to go through and cut all of these gems while I edit my video. Alright, there's the end of the gems. 4 million more crafting XP gained, and I'm up to 38 mil. This is probably where my crafting XP is going to sit out the rest of the league. I can't think of anything else I'm really going to be doing for crafting. One more thing I forgot to show to you guys. I meant to do this before I started editing. My total steel bars now is 214,000, and this is going to be 40,000 steel plate bodies. So I'm going to get almost 50 million GP from the alks from these. And this is also enough to get me to 185 million smithing XP like I mentioned before. Bit of a random jump here, but another 25 million farming XP. I'm also going to be ending the video off of that. I'll show you guys my stats on the screen right now. My main goal in the next one is going to be getting myself to that 185 million smithing XP, and from there I'll probably go into doing some rune crafting. With rune crafting, it's going to be kind of hard because the method that you use for it is really intensive. So I might decide to do 5 hours mining, 5 hours rune crafting, and just continually go back and forth with that. But as usual, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.